I am Dr. Sayyid Ammar Nakshawani, and this message is brought to you by the Muhsin and Fawziya Ja'far Foundation. Why do Muslims fast in the holy month of Ramadan? First and foremost, to begin with, it's not only Muslims who fast. If you look at the Abrahamic faiths in particular, and humanity in general, each and every one of us at one stage or another has observed a fast. A fast in the sense that we've kept away from food and drink for a certain period of time. In the Abrahamic faiths, you'll find that there are certain teachings which obligate followers to fast at a certain period for a certain period of time. You find, for example, within Christianity, there are discussions concerning fasting. And within Judaism, there are fasts which are to be observed. But also the non-Abrahamic faiths, Hinduism has a major focus on fasting. There are many Hindus in the world who observe fasts. And so therefore, Islam is not the only religion in the world today where the followers are prescribed to fast. You'll find, for example, within the Holy Quran, God actually alludes to this. O you who believe, fasting has been prescribed upon you, like it's been prescribed upon those before you. You therefore find that within the Holy Quran, it alludes to the fact that there are religions that came before the religion of Islam, and peoples before the religion of Islam who used to observe fasting for a certain period of time. Yes, their fast may have been different from the Muslim fasting between, for example, sunrise and sunset. You know, there are some people in the world who actually think Muslims fast for 30 days, meaning they don't eat or drink anything for 30 days. There wouldn't be a Muslim in the world today if that happened. We actually fast every day between sunrise and sunset. For some of us, it's quite easy. I've seen some people who fast for 13 hours a day, but there are some who fast for nearly 20 hours a day. And of course, Islam doesn't want a person to reach a level where they kill themselves because of fasting. And the legal system actually tells us that if you're harming yourself by fasting, then a person must reflect upon themselves as to whether this is to their benefit or to their detriment. And sometimes, of course, if a person has to travel, then they cannot necessarily fast in that period, depending on their travel times. So it's not as if every Muslim is obligated to fast and that there aren't any secondary circumstances. But the main reason that Muslims fast in the holy month of Ramadan, on the first level, is to remember the poor in the world. There are millions upon millions in the world this month who will not have anything to eat. In some cases, they won't have any water to drink. And if they do drink water, it may not be the pure water that we drink on an everyday basis. There are some of us who debate, shall we have Volvic? Shall we have Evian? Shall we have Fiji? Shall we have Voss? Shall we have it in a flask which is made out of glass or one that looks quite trendy? While there are some human beings in the world who cannot look forward to quenching their thirst. And there are some human beings in the world who do not even get the chance to eat any chicken or any meat. For some of us, we look at the meals on our tables and we complain why the meals are late. We complain why the meals are not up to standard. And there are some human beings in the world today who cannot look forward to what we're eating. We have to remember those who aren't as well off as us. There are those who are begging in the streets right now. And I don't care whether they belong to the religion of Islam or they belong to any other faith. The reality is they are either my brothers in my faith or my equals in humanity, and I have to think about their needs as well. When I'm fasting, for example, between 4 a.m. and when I break my fast at about 8:15 p.m., during that period when the pangs of hunger and the pangs of thirst begin to affect me, let me remember those in the world today, Muslim and non-Muslim alike, who cannot look forward to the meal on my level, with the luxury that I'm eating, with the restaurants that I'm ordering from. You'll find that I might complain if they're 5 minutes late. How about those people who can't even afford to complain? How about those people who cannot look forward to what we look forward to? I am voluntarily fasting in the holy month of Ramadan. There are people who are involuntarily starving in this period. Therefore, on the first level, there is a need for us to remember and reflect upon the poor in this world. On the second level, we all need a software update. Look at the gadgets that we own. They all need a software update. And likewise, our bodies need a software update. Our phones every once in a while will tell us, listen, I'm in need of a software update. There's certain new forms of knowledge that have to be within me. So give me a break tonight, charge your phone, get the Wi-Fi, and make sure that I'm ready. The holy month of Ramadan is when a person has that software update for their bodies. The amount of junk that we eat throughout the year year, we need a software update. We need to reflect on our daily water intake. We need to reflect on the state of our breathing, our lungs, our hearts. Yes, even I have to reflect on the amount of shisha that I'm smoking. So therefore, every once in a while, a person has to have an update on their physical health, because some of us are drastically letting ourselves go. And it's to the detriment not just of our lives, but also of those possible children and grandchildren that we should be old enough to one day look at and smile with. On the third level, our souls require a spiritual update. They also require the software to come back in the way that they were born with, a divine, primordial, pure nature. The Quran said that the holy month of Ramadan was a month where fasting has been prescribed upon you, like it was prescribed on those before you, so that you may achieve a level of God consciousness. God consciousness meaning that you begin to reflect on your spiritual health. COVID-19 has made us reassess our physical health. But how about our spiritual health? Are we spiritually healthy? Or are we affected by spiritual diseases that your local pharmacy cannot fix with a paracetamol or an ibuprofen? Every once in a while, that software update is needed. And the holy month of Ramadan is when that software update comes to the fore. Therefore, in this holy month of Ramadan, remember the poor, remember your physical health, remember your spiritual health, and enjoy the fast. Thank you for listening to this broadcast, and we welcome your feedback for continued dialogue.